And to achieve those targets, we have set 4 very clear strategic priorities. Those priorities are what today is all about, what the following sessions are about, and what the breakout sessions are about. So I'm not going to go through them in great detail, but focus on priority is what any good business does. And focus on achieving key priorities is what we must now do. And how, as a LEP and working with the local authorities, are we going to achieve that? Well, let's be clear. What the LEP is now doing is growing from some fantastic work that the local authorities in the city region have put in since 2005. We are fortunate in that the authorities here have been working together. A lot of work's been done, a lot of research has been done, and a lot has been achieved, and we are building on that. And we see the main strands, in many ways, of this integrated strategy that we're now talking about as being dealt with in a number of ways, and there are no barriers there. These are soft boundaries, not hard boundaries. The LEP of itself, as a private sector-led board, will be focusing on unlocking growth and enabling the workforce. The LEP and the local authorities, the Leaders Board, will be working together on the low-carbon economy. And as I said in the video, the local authorities working with us will create the environment, the place, the connectivity to enable this economic growth. They are the people that can deliver. And the key there is all of these issues will be worked with together. You know, what we need and what the local authorities very clearly understand is that what they do in terms of environment, place, and connectivity is the absolute basis, the building blocks which will enable the rest to happen. This is working together at its best and at its most creative. Now, the priorities then. I'm not going to go through all of this, but there are real issues in terms of unlocking that potential. They're set out there, and as far as the LEP is concerned, what are we already doing about that? Well, the city region and the Leaders Board previously set up an economic drivers and innovation group that is being grown and finessed to really look at how business grows and develops. It brings in a wide range of businesses. We're talking to and learning from those businesses. We're setting up the Business Executive Group, which is going to be a panel of from business representative organisations, from the whole breadth of the business community, that we can talk to about what they think is needed to achieve that vision and deliver the priorities and the targets. We will also communicate back to the business community through that panel. Learning and listening, hugely important. We're already working strongly with UKTI in terms of their inward investment strategy, and I hope we'll be signing a memorandum of understanding with them shortly. We're also on a second strand of activity with UKTI, looking at supporting and developing our export markets. We're hoping towards the end of this month to host a visit from Lord Green in Leeds, very much focused on how we can both educate business in terms of export, show them what the opportunities are, and deliver a long-term policy of support so that a lot of what is made and manufactured in this region can be delivered throughout the world. The second priority, the skilled workforce. We hear so much about this. Everybody hears about this. And again, I'm not going to go through those, but what are we actually doing about it? We have an employment and skills board that's been working together for some time to really have the discussion. It's easy to say, we're not getting the skills, we're not getting the education, we're not getting the training. We need to understand the detail, and we need to start changing what is done. Skills Network has already been created. a coming together of employers, skills providers, universities, colleges, really working hard already to start changing that world. You've got the public sector working hard on apprenticeships, many public sector bodies taking apprenticeships in. We need to talk more to the private sector about growing apprenticeship and take-up of apprenticeships. The colleges are looking very creatively at what more they can do. Massive activity going on quietly in the background to start delivering. The third priority, low carbon, the carbon economy. Again, you've just heard what I've said about the Green Investment Bank. We have a Green Economy panel just approved by the LEP board where we're bringing in real expertise that really understand that sector to help us grow and develop the offer, the business, the employment that it can create. A lot of activity. And in terms of the environment, I mentioned before that the local authorities are already doing an enormous amount of work on this. It's fundamental. There is a real willingness and a recognition between our authorities that they do have to work together to deliver. And they will work together and deliver. They're working on infrastructure, they're working on transport, they're working on housing, they're working on planning. A lot of effort going into the digital infrastructure at the moment. Vibrant, lively, creative activity for the future of the economic growth of the city region. And just a few points on progress to date, because there have been comments of what are you doing. I hope we've already illustrated what we're doing and that there's a lot going on. And there's a lot of people saying, well, there's no funding for anything. Well, with respect, you look at that slide, there is a lot of funding. The way you get to it, the way you deliver it, the way you manage it is changing. But there is a lot of activity on that side. There's a lot of funding coming in different ways. And if we can use all of that constructively, we really do start delivering for the economy of the city region. And in terms of next steps, where are we going? Well, today and the future is all about dialogue. It's all about you telling us and working with us to create the action plans that will enable delivery. You'll see that the LEP and the city region, through the Leaders Board, are looking at our strategies all of the time. They will be dynamic strategies, and there will be an integration of strategies. We have identified, I think, the potential. We now have to enable the delivery of that potential, i.e., we have to realize it. We have to make it happen. I think we can deliver and realize that potential if we do it together. That is the challenge. It is deliverable with your goodwill, with your support, and with your commitment. This is not a 5-minute fix, let's be clear, but this is an opportunity to really change the future economic direction of the city region and deliver for everybody in the city region. Thank you.